Powertac Huntsman. Let's see if it survived my testing. How's it going, guys, and welcome back to Quentin's in the Gun Guy. As stated in the intro, we are doing the Powertac Huntsman today. This isn't a normal Huntsman. This is actually the Huntsman that comes out with a kit that's made for your rifle. So it has the M-lock and the normal Picatinny mounting. So it means that it is ready to mount onto your rifle. So no other special fittings or anything else needed. You can just mount it straight onto your firearm, which is absolutely brilliant. This is the most expensive in the Huntsman series just because of the stuff that you get with it, but we'll get to that in a bit. Let's have a chat about the flashlight first. This is part of my long-term review series. I've had it for 5 months now. Now this review I actually wrote out 2 months ago. Almost to the day 2 months ago. I think it was the 7th of the 9th. Yeah, 7th of the 9th, and now it's November. You guys probably will see this on the 12th of November. So it's 2 months that I decided I'm going to hold back on the review because this flashlight isn't a normal flashlight. It's not your weekend warrior or your everyday carry type of flashlight. This is going for the market of the tactical type of users, whether it's on duty or whether it's for whatever use you want to use it for. Either the flashlight, you're going to use it on its own as a tactical application, or you're going to use it on your firearm, whether it's a AR-15 style of rifle. Firearm is clear and safe. AR-15 style of rifle or anything else. So you want it to last, and for me to review it and give an honest opinion about it, I need to test it and use it properly. So this, we're going to see if it survived and my thoughts on it. Let's jump right in with the close-ups. Ready for the close-ups? This is the Powertac Huntsman, just a close look. As you can see, it's very aggressive everywhere. So the grips are aggressive, even the rear bezel. That's aggressive as well. That's a protector for the tail switch. It has a 2-switch application, so it's the tail switch and the adjuster switch, but we'll get to that now. Aggressive in front. Even the heat sinks are aggressive here. There's not many heat sinks, but there are. Aggressive bezel on the front and a very deep reflector. So deep reflector means that it's going to have a very nice hotspot, but we get to the hotspot just after this closer look. What's different about this to the other Huntsmans in the series is that this has a direct link to attach your mounting. Let me just pull my Leatherman a bit closer. So we can loosen this, and then we can just attach directly our mounting system for this flashlight. So what I decided to use is the normal Picatinny one. As you guys know, if you've been following my channel, that I've got a Picatinny rail that's mounted on my hand grip on my firearm, my AR-15. So it does come out with M-lock. Problem is that I don't have an M-lock handrail from Magpul. I've actually got the MOE from Magpul, so they are not compatible, which is actually rather frustrating. I just decided to take the whole handrail apart, and then I saw that it's not going to work. No customization was going to make it work, so I just decided to mount this directly onto my Picatinny. So this is how easy it is to mount it onto the Picatinny. Now the problem is that it's fairly loose like this, so even if you tighten it a little bit, it's still going to be slightly loose, but we can tighten it more aggressively, and that's going to mount it solidly. It has a quick release mount there, so it's going to loosen it quite easily if you want to take it off for charging or for anything like that. You just open it up. It has a tail cap, so you just loosen that, and inside, surprise, it's an 18650 battery, but it's a 3200 milliamp hours, so it can last for quite a while. Powertac, and it's going to be a high discharge battery, so that's just for those high lumens that it wants to push out. As you can see, it's a aluminum body, or aluminium, whichever way you like to pronounce it. So that we like to say aluminium. Hard anodized, so this, you can see that it's taking a bit of a tumble just because of my testing. But yeah, very, very nice. Nice little flashlights. There is a magnetic charging port. That's on that side. So magnetic charging, so you can just put it on there. If you lose a magnetic charger, you can just pull this off. It's a bit of a mission. See that there's the adapter for the micro USB that's hidden inside. Very, very nice. So if you lose this, there's other options as well. As you know, Powertac makes a magnetic charging adapter system for micro USB, Type-C USB, and then Type-C USB, sorry, and then also for the iPhones. So this is just one of those adapters that's put inside and then rubber covering it, make it nice and water resistant. So yeah, very, very, very nice flashlight. How you control it is one click in the rear, switches it on. If you want to cycle through the modes, you can just press the rear button there and it's going to cycle through the modes. Nice thing is that you've got direct control for your strobe. So if you just press this button here, that's going to switch on the strobe function. Very, very nice. Now this comes with a pressure pad switch, which is very nice as well. If you like to mount this on your AR system, if you maybe have it a lot forward and you want the switch to be more back on the other side, this is a very, very nice system. So from here, front button press, that gives you your strobe light, so direct access to strobe function. Press it there, that's going to be a switch on, switch off. All of these control the switching on and switching off. These ones you can press quite easily. Now if you press the front button again, that we pressed for the strobe function, that's going to run through the modes exactly like it will with the tail switch. Switch on, run through the modes. Same here, switch on and off and run through the modes. Now let's jump into the beam shots. This is Firefly mode. This is 7 lumens for 15 days. As you can see, it's not a lot of lights that it's emitting. We're going to bump it up to the 95 lumens. That's 95. Better illumination, nice little hotspot there. Very nice, that's 14 hours. 338 lumens, that's going to be for 3.15 hours. High mode, that is 860 lumens, 2.1 hours. Turbo mode, 1200 lumens for 1.75 hours. This is 5 meters. We're going to do the normal defensive shooting distances as we normally do. Up to the tree, that's going to be 20 meters. Up to the wall, that is going to be 25 meters. Further on, there's my dog. There he is. That's 3 meters up to that wall. Further away, that's 40 meters up to the furthest wall on that side. Very, very nice illumination. Nice hotspot. Good color identification. There's a bit of washing out there, but also a very, very nice flashlight. Okay, so you guys saw the beam shot with this flashlight. It's a very nice hotspot, and it has some throw as well, so you can identify in the peripheral of the hotspot. Very nice flashlight. You've seen it on the AR already if you follow my social medias, and you saw it on the video a bit earlier as well. Very easy to mount. This is a Picatinny that I told you guys about a bit earlier. Just goes on, and then it has a quick attachment system. This works exactly the same way as the Mark Mini does that I tested a while ago as well. Very nice flash fitting. I quite like to use my weapon mounted lights like this, just the way that the flashlight is as standard. I don't like the wires on my firearm. So what I like to do is I like to go with a C-clamp grip, and as I've got the C-clamp grip, I can manipulate the button whichever way I want to, whether it's with the thumb, high part of the knuckle, which is nice because you're not breaking your grip, or I can just go with the thumb. Cool thing about this flashlight as well is that it has quiet buttons, which I do like. Yeah, this is the part of the video that I go through things that I like and then things that I might not like. This is quiet button, so you can't hear a click. It doesn't click. It works basically the same way as the Mark Mini does. What you do is if you press it quickly, it's going to switch it on. If you press and hold it and you release it, it's going to switch it off, which is a very, very nice function. Quick release, as we said, that's a nice function for me at least. This is just if you aren't going to use this in night ops. If you maybe have a bag that sits tightly over your AR, like I do as well, but this sits very, very nicely as well. Yeah, this is just an unapologetic, aggressive, tactical flashlight, or a flashlight focused on a tactical market. Because using tactical to describe something, yeah, it triggers people on the one side, and on the other side, it's a very loose term. So it depends on what tactics that you are going to use it for. Now this is 2 meter drop tested. Just going to do some testing. This is my garage and drop test. Surviving it, not too badly. So this is a tactical flashlight, so it's supposed to take a bit of a beating. Let's see if we can get creative. And it's still surviving. Okay, so we're going to test out this aggressive bezel. That's very nice looking there. Just a piece of wood. Ooh, let's check the damage. Nice damage. It's still surviving. Still taking a beating. This is IPX8, which is a very good water resistant and dust resistant rating, and this is just a cool flashlight. As you guys know, I've reviewed a good couple of flashlights and a good couple of weapon mounted lights that I've had on my AR as well, just for good testing, because there's a bit more recoil than your pistol, and it has a bit of a different recoil. What you want in a flashlight whilst you're shooting, you don't want it to flicker. So as it's moving, you don't want it to move and then lose contact with the battery, causing it to shut down intermittently. That's one thing that you don't want to do, or don't want to happen with your flashlight. This definitely does not happen with the Powertac Huntsman. As I said, unapologetic, going for the tactical market. Very good flashlight. Thank you so much for Torch SA and Henry Beeman sending this to me. This goes for 3,200 Rand. The normal flashlight that it comes out, that goes for 2,800 Rand. So there's a 400 Rand difference between these two flashlights. Now, if you are considering putting it on your firearm, whichever weapon system you are running, I would say go for this one, especially because it comes with a pressure pad switch and it comes with the mountings. That makes life a lot easier. I don't like those big mountings that goes around the flashlights. It's bulky. It makes your firearm a lot bulkier as well. So it's all good and well if it's a safe queen, if it sits in the safe. It's a bit different if you're using it for ops, if you're using it for training, and if you are driving around with it, maybe in a bag, doing courses and so on and so forth. It makes it a lot bulkier and puts the weight a bit higher as well. Not massively, but still it's a consideration. So that's the one thing that I say it's a very good option to go for with this. Now, things that I don't like about this flashlight. I don't like that I don't have two of them. That's one thing. That's bad. Yeah, I'm not trying to get another one out of Henry. I'm just saying. So, as I said, this is the first flashlight that I'm going to keep on my AR. I've tested a couple of flashlights, but this is the first one that I've decided, okay, I'm happy with this to stay on my AR. So this is when shit hits the fan kind of thing, then I know this flashlight is ready to go. Part of the process of doing a long-term review is to see if the battery runs flat, if it can stay unused and then still run. Because the main thing is that you're probably going to forget to charge this flashlight, and then when you need it, it's not going to work. Yeah, it's not something that you use every day, but I would say at least charge it once a week, if you do feel about it. But I left this for a solid month and it didn't discharge, which is absolutely brilliant. Competitor to this, the main competitor, is the Brenite PT18 Pro, which is an awesome flashlight as well, Oathkeeper. Now the difference between these two is that the Brenite has a little pilot light on the side telling you that it is ready to go. Now the problem with that light is that it still takes charge from the battery, so it won't last as long as this. There's nothing that takes charge from this battery. So that's one of the bonuses that makes this light for me better than the Brenat. Also, it's a very compact system. Basically 18650 is not a lot wider than the 18650. Only part that's wider is basically this part that does all the work, and the reflector. Very nice bezel. I would like to, as I said, problem that I have with this is a perfect flashlight for a plate carrier. So if you are going to go that route, and if you have an unlimited budget, having this for your AR and then having one for your plate carrier, I think it's a very nice combination. Chargers interchangeable between the two. So this Powertac charger works with this one and the Mark Mini as well. So if you buy into the ecosystem, as I said, of a brand, then this one is it's a very nice one to go with, because the parts are interchangeable, and then also that the control system is much the same as well as the Mark Mini. Things that I don't like, only thing that I don't like is trying to get this button, which is very nicely hidden away, but if you want to run through your cycles and get more lumens out of this flashlight, then this isn't going to be easy to try and find on the flashlight. So trying to turn it until you finally feel this is very smooth. So you're feeling actually for the smooth part between the rough part of the tail gap. Not so easy, especially under stress. So yeah, that's one of the parts I'm really nitpicking now. It's not a major thing, but yeah, anyway guys, hope you enjoyed this review and long-term review, especially of this flashlight, because this, as I said, this is a different type of application. So doing a quick review out of the box type of thing, that's not fair, and it's not fair to you guys. So I really want an educated opinion and for me to test it properly. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you later with another review again of the Whoopin Gecko. Have a good one, guys.